Now, to the coon who just asked that question, I'm going to answer it. I don't usually respond to coons because I'm too intelligent for the nonsense, but I'm going to answer that question. The question is, if we own this school, why haven't we take down the Moyer Academy sign on the side of the building? Now, people with intelligence already know the answer to that. People with intelligence already know the answer to that, but I'm going to indulge this coon. Black power. The reason I will not be removing the Moyer Academy sign on the building of the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy, the reason the original name of the school is still up on the side with the picture of the ancestor, I believe he is. Forgive me if he isn't. I believe Dr. Moyer, Reverend Moyer, is an ancestor. His picture is still there. The reason I'm not going to take it down is because he is an ancestor who this school is named after. He is an ancestor who this school is named after. It was attorney Theo Gregory, former city council president for Wilmington, Delaware, attorney Theo Gregory, who raised the $13 million to create this school 11 years ago. Theo Gregory built these 4 buildings, not Dr.UMAR and his donors, and he named it after an icon, a freedom fighter, a civil rights leader in Wilmington, Delaware. So if he named this school after one of our ancestors here in Wilmington, who am I to take the sign down? That sign is going to stay there because that sign represents not only Reverend Moyer and the work he did for Africans in Delaware, it represents my big brother, former city council president, attorney Theo Gregory. It represents him. Because had he not done this, we wouldn't be here. Had he not built the Moyer Academy, there would be no Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy. So to the anus who asked the question, to the rectum who asked the silly ass question, why is the sign still up on the building, you silly ass coon? The reason the sign is up on the building is because if it wasn't for that man and the man who put the sign up there and built this school, we wouldn't be here. Period, point blank, end of story. Peace and Pan-Africanism, peace and Pan-Africanism. Peace and Pan-Africanism, peace and Pan-Africanism. This is Dr.UMAR Ifatunde Oguntade. I am live at the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy with a very brief message. I am live at the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy with a very brief message. But before I get into my brief message for black parents in the United States, also black parents in Canada and UK and South America and any other reality under which black people must exist or coexist with white supremacy. Let me just remind everyone, I will be in Allentown, Pennsylvania this Saturday, October 23rd for the Youth Explosion. I will be in Chattanooga, Tennessee, Thursday, November the 4th. Chattanooga, Tennessee, Thursday, November the 4th. Atlanta, Georgia, Friday, November the 5th. Atlanta, Georgia, Friday, November the 5th. Greenville, South Carolina, Saturday, November the 6th. Greenville, South Carolina, Saturday, November the 6th. Greenville, South Carolina, Saturday, November the 6th. Capitol Heights, Maryland, Wednesday, November the 10th. Nat Turner Land, Virginia, Thursday, November the 11th. Norfolk, Virginia, Friday, November the 12th. And the Great Blacks and Wax Museum, Sunday, November the 14th. Chattanooga, Atlanta, Greenville, South Carolina, Capitol Heights, Maryland, Nat Turner Land, Virginia, Norfolk, Virginia, Great Blacks and Wax Museum. If you need the information, text my cell, 215-989-9858. If you need the information, text my cell, 215-989-9858. Chattanooga, November 4. Atlanta, November 5. Greenville, South Carolina, November 6. Capitol Heights, Maryland, Everlasting Life Cafe, November the 10th. Nat Turner Land, Virginia, NatTurnerLibrary.com, November the 11th. Norfolk, Virginia, Hampton Roads Croc Center, Norfolk, Virginia, Hampton Roads Croc Center, Friday, November the 12th. Great Blacks and Wax Museum, Sunday, November the 14th. Hit the Cash App, $FDMG School. Hit the Cash App, $FDMG School. Hit the PayPal, paypal.me/FDMG Academy. Hit the PayPal. Quick 10-minute message for black parents. Quick 10-minute message for black parents. Quick 10-minute message for black parents. See if I can get on Instagram too. Let me do Instagram, Facebook too. Here's what I want to say to my American African mothers and fathers, step parents, custodial parents, foster parents, siblings raising siblings. I've been doing some consultations with parents this week. I've been doing some consultations with black mothers and black fathers this week. And I want you all to be on guard. I've been doing consultations with black mothers and black fathers this week. And I want you all to be on guard. Public and charter schools are trying to convince you to have your child tested for special education. Public and charter schools are trying to convince you to have your child tested for special education. After they've been home all year during COVID quarantine, learning absolutely nothing. They want you to give them permission to evaluate your child for special education after your child has been home all year during COVID quarantine. Under no circumstances should you let them evaluate your child for special education. Under no circumstances should you let them evaluate your child for special education. Under no circumstances should you let them evaluate your child for special education, unless it's speech and language, unless it was a condition that already existed before COVID quarantine, unless that child has obvious autism, obvious intellectual disability, severe and profound orthopedic impairment, deafness or blindness. You should not give permission to any of these thirsty public or charter schools. Black parents, listen up. You should not give permission to any of these thirsty public or charter schools to evaluate your child for a problem that COVID quarantine caused. Let me say it again. COVID quarantine caused your child's reading delay. COVID quarantine caused your child's writing delay. COVID quarantine caused your child's math delay. COVID quarantine caused your child's comprehension delay. So you mean to tell me they've been home all last year? They've only been back in school since August, September. And some of them are just getting back. So they was home all year. They basically missed a whole year of instruction. COVID caused our children, who already have the worst teachers at the worst schools with the worst instruction. COVID already caused our children, who have the worst education at the worst schools with the worst teachers, already a subpar educational paradigm. They stayed home all year with what is being called home-based learning. There wasn't no home-based learning. Your child didn't learn nothing on that laptop, and the teacher was hardly teaching. Some of them children only got an hour of instruction a day, 2 hours of instruction a day, 3 hours of instruction a day. COVID quarantine education was the worst. And now your child is back in the class. And now your child is back in the class, and they're telling you he's behind in reading. I guess so. They're telling you she's behind in math. I guess so. They're telling you he's behind in reading comprehension. I guess so. Of course they're going to be behind, because they hadn't been taught for a whole year. Don't let these thirsty charter schools, don't let these thirsty public schools tell you your child needs special ed for reading, special ed for math, special ed for comprehension, special ed for listening, special ed for writing. Don't let them do that. They are trying to get paid off of a problem COVID created. They are trying to get paid off of a problem that COVID created. And black parents, when you go into these schools, stop being intimidated by the white folks and the neo-Negroes who rule the schools. You listen to my lectures, you come to my boot camp, you read my books, and then you go into the school and you get comatose by crackers. You read my books, you watch the seminars, you go to the boot camp. Some of you went to the boot camp. Most of you don't care to learn how to protect your children. And then you go into the schools and get surrounded by white folks, and you forget everything Dr.UMAR been teaching you for 21 years. What good is watching my videos if you're not going to have the courage to apply the information in that meeting with them coons and crackers? You got to have the courage to show up and show out for your baby. Remember something. Remember something. The only people who have to live with the consequences of your bad educational and mental health decisions, the only people who have to live with the consequences of your bad educational and mental health decisions are you and your children. You and your children are the only ones who have to live with the consequences of your bad educational and mental health decisions. Who have to live with the side effects of that Ritalin? Who got to live with the side effects of that Adderall? Who got to live with the side effects of that Concerta? Who got to live with the side effects of that Prozac, that Paxil? Who has to live with the side effects of that Ritalin? Who got to live with the side effects of special ed for 12 years? Who got to live with the side effects of a high school diploma that has a symbol on it that lets the employer or college or trade school know that this is a Jim Crow special ed diploma, not a regular diploma? That principal won't know your child. 5 years from now, that principal won't remember your child. 10 years from now, that teacher won't remember your child. That superintendent never knew your child. That director of special ed didn't even like your child. That grade leader will never see your child again. The only person who has to live with the consequences of bad educational and mental health decisions are you and your children. Mark your calendar, Saturday, September the 10th, second annual FDMG Festival and first annual Unapologetically African Awards. Mark your calendar, Saturday, September the 10th, Second annual FDMG Festival. First annual Unapologetically African Awards. In the daytime, we're going to socialize and have fun. At nighttime, we're going to eat, drink, and dance. In the daytime, we're going to have fun. And in the nighttime, dressed up, tuxedos, African, formal, and our ladies, how y'all do it. Award dinner style. Festival in the daytime, awards banquet at night. Festival in the daytime, award banquet at night. Mark your calendars. It's going to be crazy. Second annual FDMG Festival will be the largest independent black school festival in the United States. Unapologetically African Awards, Saturday, September 10th. If you live in New York, New Jersey, or Connecticut, if you live in New York, New Jersey, or Connecticut, if you live in New York, New Jersey, or Connecticut, and you want to attend the Nat Turner celebration on Thursday, November the 11th, if you want to attend the Nat Turner celebration on Thursday, November the 11th, Mama Ya Asantewa is bringing a bus from New York to Nat Turner Land. Elder Mama Ya Asantewa is bringing a tour bus from New York City to Nat Turner Land on Thursday, November the 11th. She's the same elder who brought the bus from New York to the FDMG Festival. If you live in New York and want to come to the Nat Turner celebration, if you live in New Jersey, if you live in Connecticut, Massachusetts, Northern Pennsylvania, and you want to come to the Nat Turner celebration on November the 11th, you can text me and I will give you Mama Ya's phone number so you can reach out and pay your money to take the bus ride from New York City to Nat Turner Land on Thursday, November the 11th. At the top of the new year, you can register your children for the second annual Unapologetically African Black College and Consciousness Tour. Second annual Unapologetically African Black College and Consciousness Tour. One tour, 11 to 17, the other tour, 18 to 25. One tour, 11 to 17, the other tour, 18 to 25. One college and consciousness tour, 11 to 17, and the other one, 18 to 25. Registration in January. Registration in January. Allentown, can't wait to see you Saturday. Chattanooga, Tennessee, can't wait to see you Thursday, November the 4th. Atlanta, Georgia. Atlanta, Georgia. I will see you Friday, November the 5th at the Amendola Afrocentric Museum. Hotlanta, you know how we get down. Atlanta is one of the original five, one of the first 5 cities that Dr.UMAR visited when I took over Black consciousness globally in the fall of 2010. The original 5 is Chicago, New York, Atlanta, Fort Lauderdale, Cleveland, and I'm missing one more. I'm missing one more. It's the original 6. Chicago, New York, Atlanta, Fort Lauderdale, Cleveland, and I'm missing one more. Those were the first 6 stops I made when I took over what we call the Black conscious community. Top speaker, top scholar, top author, top Pan-Africanist, top school psychologist, top educator, top therapist, top. If you want the belt, you got to take it. You can't hate it away. If you want the title, you got to take it. You can't hate it away. If you want the title, come take it. You can't hate it away. Greensboro, South Carolina, I'ma see you Saturday, November the 6th. I ain't been to Greenville in a minute. I ain't been to Greenville, South Carolina since 2016. I'm coming back, Greenville, South Carolina. I'ma see y'all on Saturday, November the 6th. Capitol Heights, Maryland, Everlasting Life Cafe, Wednesday, November the 10th. Capitol Heights, Maryland, Everlasting Life Cafe, Wednesday, November the 10th. Contact the restaurant for tickets. elifepresents.com. elifepresents.com. Nat Turner Land, November the 11th. Go to natturnerlibrary.com. Go to natturnerlibrary.com. Go to natturnerlibrary.com. Norfolk, Virginia, first Visit since Norfolk State in 2017. Hampton, I want to see you. Suffolk, I want to see you. Virginia Beach, I want to see you. Norfolk, I want to see you. Chesapeake, I want to see you at the Kroc Center in Norfolk. Friday, November the 12th, the Prince is back. Great Blacks and Wax. Where my Baltimore Africans at? Where my Baltimore Africans at? Frederick Douglass City, Harriet Tubman City. Where my Baltimore Africans at? I'm going to see you at the Great Blacks and Wax Museum, Sunday the 14th. Great Blacks and Wax Museum, Baltimore, Maryland, Sunday, November the 14th, 2 to 8. Black Parent Advocate. You got 2 Virginia dates. You got 2 Maryland dates. And you got 3 Dirty South dates. You got 2 Virginia dates. You got 2 Maryland dates. And you got 3 Dirty South dates. You got 2 Virginia dates. You got 2 Maryland dates. And then you got Tennessee, Georgia, and South Carolina. There's only one king of consciousness. Hit the Cash App, $ FDMG School. Hit the PayPal, paypal.me/FDMG Academy. And on that note, family, I got the peace on out. Black Power.